Hey you guys, this is Brandy Chanel and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to your Portia Family Matters season 1 finale. Child, let's just go ahead and get into it. Okay, you all, so I'm coming at you all podcast style because as you all know, I don't know if I've told y'all, but I'm in the middle of moving to Georgia. So my room look a mess. I'm packing. I look a mess, but I still had to come on here and give y'all the review. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Okay, so this episode picks up where the last one left off, okay? We have Dennis dropping off Pilar, and Portia is asking him to come in and talk. Dennis says that Portia does not apologize, and we all know that Pilar is having surgery. I don't know really what Portia expected from Dennis. I mean, you just got violent with him, so I don't blame him for not coming into the house because you're unpredictable and he had to protect himself. So I feel like if I was Dennis, I'd be like, girl, text me. We ain't got nothing to talk about. But, you know, they're going to get together later on. They're getting ready for Pilar's surgery. Pilar is having her tonsils taken out. The next scene is Lauren going to see Aunt Liz. They talk about the Hosea event. So they're opening up a food bank. It's like in a new headquarters, and they're having like a whole event for it, and they're getting ready for that. Aunt Liz says that she's proud of Lauren, but Lauren says that she failed. Aunt Liz says that Lauren changed people's lives, and Aunt Liz wants to have a black man talk to Dennis. Now, Aunt Liz, I don't know why you sat up there and lied to Lauren. Lauren did not change nobody's life, okay? As a matter of fact, I think that Lauren kind of is taking part in how Portia behaves today. Now, mind you all, Portia is a grown-ass woman. Portia is 40, even though she doesn't act like it. She is definitely 40. And I feel like the people around her, including Lauren, does not hold her responsible. Now, do I think that Lauren is responsible for everything that happened in Mexico? No. I feel like everyone, you know, who participated, well, mainly Portia, Lauren, Storm, and Darlene, I feel like everyone who participated in everything that went down in Mexico, that's on them. That's not Lauren. Lauren can't change the behaviors. So, you know, it is what it is. Aunt Liz wanting to have a black man talk to Dennis. You know, it seems pretty, like I get where she's coming from, and I do agree with some of the points that she's making, but this whole black man talk to Dennis, I mean, I'm not totally on the Dennis train. Like, I'm really not, because, you know, I don't forget shit. Okay, we have to keep in mind that Dennis wasn't shit, even though I don't blame him for everything that happened in Mexico. I'm not gonna just, you know, get on the Dennis train. I'm not doing that. I wish Aunt Liz would pour into Portia like she want to do Dennis, but I'm assuming the reason why she doesn't is because Portia probably doesn't listen. So moving on. So it's the day of Pilar's surgery. Dennis and Portia were stuck in a room together. Aunt Liz at some point FaceTimes Dennis. We found out that Pilar had to stay an extra day because she wasn't eating. Aunt Liz wants to meet up for breakfast with Dennis. She doesn't hold him accountable for everything that took place in Mexico. And I completely agree. I agree that, you know, even though, like I said, Dennis ain't shit, but when it comes to that situation in Mexico, I mean, like, he got his baby mama trying to put hands on him. He got Storm putting hands on him. He got Lauren putting hands on him. And he got Darlene putting her whole damn body weight on him. It's like, I don't understand this. And what's messed up is we always tell men in those situations, get up and leave. When it gets volatile like that and it gets heated, say what you got to say, but if it starts to get violent, get the hell up and leave. And that's exactly what Dennis did. He got the hell up and leave. Because let's be clear, one strike, if he'd have clocked Porsha in the head, her ass would be in the hospital. Okay, so he did what we always want men to do, and that's get your ass up and leave. But the problem is when he was trying to get the hell up and leave, we got all these women, well, really Porsha, blocking and talking shit and all this other stuff. And it's like, y'all wouldn't let him leave. And then you're not going to even hold yourself accountable for what you did. You don't even think you owe this man an apology for putting your hands on him. This is the father of your child. But moving on. Londi and Porsha meet up. Londi wants to give Porsha Dennis's robe back, and Porsha doesn't take it because she says, Simon told her to give it back. I don't even know why we still have this robe. I don't know why we still have this robe. Get that man his fucking robe back. Like, are we still on this fucking robe? Like, are you serious right now? Anyway, Londi brings up the fact that Porsha did not see her side of the argument between her and Storm. And Porsha is sitting up here playing in Londi's face and sitting up here saying, well, she only took up for Storm because she was the closest near her. Like, come on, Porsha. Girl, I would have got the hell up and left. Like, you're not finna sit up here and play in my face like this. Are you serious? Londi tells Porsha that Dennis told her that she is the one that instructed him to fire her, right? And so, when Porsha says she doesn't remember, which is BS, you can tell when Porsha lies, because when Porsha lies, there's no thought that goes behind it. It's very impulsive. It's so impulsive that it doesn't even make no damn sense, right? But anyway, Londi says, well, Dom and Lauren kind of nodded in agreement. And then Porsha then turns the situation around and becomes very manipulative and says, well, if I was you, I wouldn't even be listening to Dennis. We're cousins, blah this and blah that. But here's the thing, your actions say otherwise, right? Londi, so we also bring up the fact that, Londi used to work for Porsha, and as she was Porsha's assistant. So Porsha, when Porsha was going on to town, Londi was packing her bag, and instead of putting all the toiletries in a Ziploc bag, she didn't do that. And, I guess some baby oil got on her Chanel bag. Now, here's the thing. A lot of people was like, no, you didn't fire your cousin for, messing up a Chanel bag. Here's the thing. Londi, we don't know what else Londi did that led up to that point. So I'm going to give Porsha the benefit of the doubt on that one, because at the end of the day, like, you're an assistant. You should know these things. So I'm not mad at her about that. But what I am mad at her about is how she did it. She did it kind of messed up. So Londi didn't even know she was fired as Porsha's assistant until one day she came in the house and Dom is sitting there, and then Porsha goes, oh, you're not my assistant no more. Like, Porsha is just, I don't know if Porsha really thought this through. And I think I've said this on these reviews before. I don't think Porsha thought this through, because it seems like a lot of her family members don't fuck with her, and really, and quite honestly, she don't fuck with them. And now, you have Londi, you have Dennis telling Londi, why does your cousin treat you so badly? And I want to tell y'all this because I was on Jamie That's Me review, and somebody had mentioned in the chat that Porsha treats Londi differently because of the way she looked. And when that part of it came up on the show, that's what I thought. I thought that Porsha treats Londi differently because she's not, she's not slim. She doesn't have that Instagram look where, she got a small waist and a big old booty, and or BBL really. And she don't have that long 30-inch lace front hanging down her back. She's a bigger woman. So I feel like that's what contributes to Porsha treating Londi a certain type of way. And then Porsha says, well, Londi wasn't there for her when she was going through an abusive relationship. Now, mind you, we're talking about her marriage to Cordell, okay, which was 8 freaking years ago when Londi was in college, okay? This girl is in college. You got your mama and you got Lauren and all your friends supporting you through that time. What you need with Londi for? How can Londi even be there for you? She can't, at that age, she can't relate to none of the shit you going through. I just think I really think Porsha just pulled that shit out of her ass, to make her, just to manipulate the situation and make it seem like she has good reason to treat Londi the way that she does. That's what I think it is. But anyway. Porsha gets up from the table. She's telling producers, I'm so tired. I'm so sick of this. I'm so tired of my family saying I don't spend time with them. At this point, Londi is crying. I mean, like, she's boo-hoo crying. And Porsha comes back to the table and Londi says, I didn't mean to get you upset. And I'm like, Londi, if you don't suck them tears up, this woman has not only fired you as her assistant, she done got her ex-boyfriend or ex-fiance to fire you, okay? It's already been established by you and Dom and the other assistant that she treats you differently. You have no reason to be sitting here crying, worried about getting her upset, because she damn sure don't be worried about getting you upset and how she treats you. Fuck Porsha. Sitting up there damn crying. Anyways, Dennis and Aunt Liz meet up, and meanwhile, while they're meeting up for breakfast, Porsha calls her mom. Porsha says that it was really awkward being in that little room in the hospital with Dennis, but he apologized, and he also, ordered her some food or whatever the case may be. He apologized, but she didn't. But then she had the audacity to criticize his apology, saying that she don't feel like he was being sincere. Bitch, you didn't apologize, period. But you put this man, not only did you put your hands on him, your whole family put their hands on him, and then you started throwing shit at him, and you don't feel like you need to apologize, Porsha. Fuck you. Fuck you, Porsha. Aunt Liz says that Dennis is demonstrating what it is to be a black father. And Dennis says he is concerned about the relationship between Porsha and Mama Gina. Now, listen, Aunt Liz, I like you, whatever the case may be. You one of the only ones up here who got some sense. However, I'm not going to give Dennis all this praise. Like I said, I don't blame him for the situation that happened in Mexico, but he has a history. So I'm not going to give him any praise for doing what he's supposed to do as a father, period. I'm not going to do that. But you do you, boo. Him being concerned about the relationship between Porsha and Mama Gina, honestly, I wouldn't even give a fuck, because she don't give a fuck, so why would you? Aunt Liz invites Dennis to Hosea Williams' event. Aunt Liz says that Londi wants him to bring hot dogs. He says he can bring hot dogs, but he'll be out of town on business. He'll be in Detroit. Aunt Liz says she wants Dennis to meet Hosea Williams' real family. It was so funny to me because she was like, Hosea Williams, I think, had like 7 children, and then she goes, then there's Diane's side of the family. I was like, hell nah. And you know what? I wonder what Porsha and her mom have to say about some of the comments that Aunt Liz has made. That's crazy. Anyway, Porsha is so-called making a Nigerian dinner for Simon. So she hires a chef to assist her and making some beef pies, meat pies, or whatever they was. And I guess she didn't explain to the chef that, this was supposed to be a whole dinner. So what she ended up doing was making a little meat pies, and she Uber Eats. She called Uber Eats for the rest of the food. It was funny because he came in, she got flour all on her face and her shirt. And, that's what the chef did to make it seem like she cooked the food or whatever the case may be. Y'all, some of these scenes with Simon and Porsha, it's like, it's really cringeworthy to me because it's like the chemistry just feels forced, okay? He's sitting up here showing her those finalized divorce papers, and Porsha sitting up here saying, it took so long. Mind you, it looks like it's around the summertime. So let's just say it's like July or August or something like that. This man filed for divorce in January. This is like a few months later. It is not that damn long, girl. So please stop. Okay, you act like this was 2-3 years from now. No, girl, it's like maybe 2-3 months. Okay. They let us know that, they bought a house. Girl, I really don't care about Simon and Porsha buying a house, because honestly, I don't really feel like Porsha and Simon are getting married. If they do get married, that marriage probably ain't gonna last but 2-3 years. If that. So I ain't really worried about it. So we are at Hosea Williams' event. They all wore overalls and red shirt because that was Hosea Williams' uniform to make sure that no matter how big he got, that he can always relate to common people or, people who didn't have much. I thought that was special. Porsha is not able to make it because Pilar is severely dehydrated. She has to go back to the hospital. She's not eating. And she sends a video to Aunt Liz to let her know that. I don't know why she couldn't just FaceTime Aunt Liz, but whatever. It was weird. Simon was coming there to represent Porsha and their family. Mind you, Simon ain't been in the family but a couple minutes, but okay, he's there to represent. Darlene coming out there all snatched. I said, look at Darlene coming up in there. You could tell she done had some BBLs and something sucked out of her stomach and transferred over to her behind. Girl, you better stop. You and your sister. Aunt Liz and Simon are talking, and they're basically talking about the whole co-parenting situation between Dennis and Porsha. And, Simon come about his round chocolate face and say that, Porsha is Hosea Williams' granddaughter and she should be treated with respect. Sir, why should she be treated with respect? Because over the years, the way she has behaved has not been respectful to Hosea Williams' memory. She done got into about 4-5 fights. Okay? She done got into about 4 or 5 fights. She done accused Todd and Candy of doing the R word to her. But yet somebody's supposed to just respect her because she's Hosea Williams' granddaughter. Man, if you don't sit the hell down somewhere, child, please. Okay, so it's 4 months later, and Dennis and Porsha have not been able to come up with a good co-parenting agreement, okay? Porsha and Dennis meet up. Dennis is already there. Porsha comes in with her fur. Just right off the bat, Porsha wants to be messy. So Dennis makes a comment about the fur that she's wearing, and he says it looks familiar. He asks, did he buy it? She says no. She got it for her book tour, whatever the case may be. And, he says, no, she says, thank you, Simon. It's almost like a nana and a boo-boo to his face. You know what I'm saying? Because she wants Dennis to be bothered so badly about her being engaged to Simon. And I do believe that Dennis is bothered by the fact that Porsha is, you know, engaged to Simon, but I think Porsha is also rubbing it in Dennis's face, and that proved my point, right? So he asks her, how's the engagement going? You know, she asks, you know, why does he care? He responds, of course I care. She says that they've closed on the house. He asks her about a prenup. She said ain't none of his business. She lets him know that she and Simon are moving to the city. And I'm assuming when, you know, it's Atlanta, Georgia. So when she says she's moving to the city, there's different parts of the city. And Dennis is trying to get that up out of her, but she's not telling him. She's saying, oh, it's nearby, or something dumb she said. And it's like, you know, I feel like because Pilar is his daughter, he has the right to know where she is located, especially since y'all are making these decisions and not consulting him about it. Okay, so that's that. Porsha says that PJ's school will be in the city. Dennis says that they should be looking at schools together, right? Because of course Pilar is half his child, and Porsha thinks because at this point she's mad at Dennis and she's engaged to Simon. So what she's gonna do is she's gonna be childish and petty and pick up Pilar and just go wherever Simon goes without consulting Pilar's daddy. Okay? So now Dennis says he is happy that Porsha is getting married, but Pilar is 50% his. I see no lies here, right? Porsha says he sounds aggressive. Now, we all know, especially with black women and black men, I mean black people in general, that the word aggressive can be triggering. But this is the same activist who be in the streets talking about some Black Lives Matter, but had no problems putting her baby daddy in jail or wanting him to go to jail. No problem sitting up here calling this man aggressive after he's asking legit questions about his daughter's well-being. These are legit concerns. Girl, bye. Porsha says that she has to let go of trying to blend a family. And, you know, she was basically trying to make Dennis a brother. I don't know what type of sick shit you on, Porsha. You can't make a man who you had a child with your brother, okay? All you had to do was say, you know, you're my ex-fiance and we're co-parenting and we're just going to act like we're family because we had this baby together. Trying to make him a damn brother. Girl, bye. Porsha says that she wanted for Dennis and Mama Gina to still be family. Dennis says that they are still family. Porsha says that they're Pilar's family. And again, just being petty and childish because she couldn't get Dennis to do what she wanted him to do. That's it. And he's finally speaking out. Ciao. Porsha says that the co-parenting needs to be in black and white. Dennis says that he sent her paperwork. Okay, so anytime you say that you want, if in those type of situations, whether it's divorce, some type of agreement, anything like that, anytime you say you want something like that in black and white, people usually think, oh, you want this shit to go to court. And I think that was Dennis's perception, okay? Okay, I sent you paperwork. You've been threatening me to do this, so I did it. She talking about a calendar. And really, I don't think that she was talking about a calendar. I think she made that up on the slick to try to make it seem like he's the one that wants to go to court and he's the one that's making this process difficult. That's what I think she meant. Dennis says a judge needs to be involved, and Porsha says she she was talking about a calendar. Dennis says he wants to go to court as part of the co-parenting plan, which I don't see a problem with this. If Dennis was a woman and Porsha was a man, I would not see a problem. We have gone through a situation that has gone violent and we have a child together. The only way that we can successfully co-parent after that is through the courts, period. Okay, like I said, if Dennis was a man, if Dennis was a woman, we would be rooting for her. Okay, we wouldn't care. And it's the same thing. And Porsha is just sitting there talking about I was talking about a calendar. You don't have to treat me you don't have to be a baby daddy. I mean, girl, you just sat up here and basically it's crazy because she's sitting up here on national television trying to make it seem like this man is not taking care of his child. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me get back. Dennis says, he's happy Portia's getting married, but does not mean that he can't be part of Pilar's life. Dennis brings up Porsha going to London with Pilar. I didn't really know what he meant by that. And Porsha kind of took it as him painting her as an irresponsible mother, and then says all Dennis paid for is school. And he replies, well, there's no shortage of money on either side of the table. Porsha says that she said that Dennis is never there and that he don't pay for anything. Now, listen, my whole thing is this, Porsha. If he's never there and he doesn't pay for anything, then why haven't you taken him to court a long time ago? Because it's not like Dennis is broke. Because there's a lot of women out here, having to fight in court because the man don't want to pay $300 a month for one child. Okay? So if he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, why didn't you take him to court a long time ago? And clearly throughout this series, throughout this little show or whatever the case may be, we have seen Dennis pick up Pilar, you pick up Pilar, him drop Pilar off. He was at the hospital. So I'm just not buying the fact that he's not there. Now, he may not be in the house, and that's normal because y'all are not together, but he does see his child. As a matter of fact, he took Pilar to the barbecue where Simon was at. So I don't believe that he just doesn't see Pilar. So I really don't know what she means by he's not there. Of course he's not there every day because you all are co-parenting and she lives with you. So what you're saying doesn't make sense, Porsha. It just doesn't make sense. Dennis says that when Porsha says that, this is where I have to kind of check Dennis a little bit. He says that she got a man. And I'm like, okay, Dennis, yeah, she got a man, but it's not that man's responsibility to take care of your child. You're the father. And like I said, I don't know if I believe that Dennis just doesn't take care of Pilar, because clearly throughout this show, we have seen him there with Pilar, interact with Pilar. He even took her shopping. He spent like $500 on her and some toys. So I just don't believe that he's not doing what he's supposed to do. But don't sit up and say she got a man. No, you're Pilar's dad. It's your responsibility, okay? It gets really, really heated. Portia's like, this was an epic fail for you. He says, no, it's an epic fail for you because everyone knows you to be a liar. And he wasn't lying. He was not lying. Porsha, you have been lying ever since you got on this doggone show. Okay? And the simple fact that you're sitting up here trying to make it seem as if Dennis is upset because you're now engaged to Simon. I mean, it's very ghetto. It's ghetto, typical, baby daddy versus baby mama type of shit. It's very ghetto. It's very ghetto. The fact that both of you have all this money but still got to go to court to come up with an agreement. And you are really trying to push this narrative that this man is just acting this way because you are engaged to Simon. But there's evidence of you doing shit that you ain't had no business doing. You put your hands on this man. You done sat up here and said he can't bring nobody on the trip. He couldn't bring nobody to the barbecue. Like, you make yourself look stupid. And it's crazy to me because I'm just not going to just take up for Dennis or be on his side. But damn, it's like it's hard to sometimes not be on his side because you as an individual is just so fucked up. And this is what I'm going to tell you, and whether you listen to it or not, it's on you, boo. But what you need to do for the next couple of years, just take the rest of the year and don't be on TV no more. Just don't be on TV no more. Sell this little book. Sell your little Go Naked hair. Sell your little Pampered by Portia sheets, $50 sheets. Just do that. Stay out of the public eye. Don't do nothing. Okay, until what is it? It's 2022 now. So don't do nothing until 2023. Okay? Don't think about coming back on to no TV shows until next year, 2023, okay? And maybe you shouldn't have a show by yourself. Maybe you should just go ahead and go to Atlanta. That's where you shine at. That's where you shine. Because by the time you come back on the show in 2023, you know, most everybody will forget about what you did. Hopefully. Hopefully. Okay? Don't do nothing else. Don't do nothing else. What's funny is this show was supposed to be 8 or 9 episodes. They done cut it down to 7, and it showed tonight, and it showed on the episode. That is crazy. That's crazy. Porsha ought to be ashamed of herself. That don't make no damn sense. And you still not taking accountability. That's the fucked up part about it. Y'all, I can go all night on Porsha, and I can drag her from here to Nigeria. It don't make no sense. But y'all, that is the end of my review on this Porsha Family Matters season 1 finale, this hot mess show. I'm willing to bet there's not going to be a season 2. She don't need a season 2. I don't want to see a season 2. And that is it, you guys. Y'all let me know down at the bottom how y'all felt about this episode. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. Until next time, toodles!